And we're back after that groovy beat.
Yes.
New
What
intro.
are we, Michael?
New intro. We're the Young Crumbs podcast. I'm Michael.
I'm Sean.
And we're your hosts this evening. I do this every time. I'm such a fuckwit.
What? What's wrong, dude?
It's been a long day. I'm tired. I just want to preface this.
Do you want to talk
episode.
about what just happened?
I want to... Yeah, okay. So
we had about a 13-minute recording of this episode, and then Michael was just going, oh, I'm on mute. He had his microphone on mute.
It's been a long day.
I hate you.
My tolerance...
Don't make excuses for your stupidity.
My tolerance is kind of low.
But yeah, we have a new beat. It's episode 6.
It is
I'm
episode
Sean, you're
6.
Michael. In that 13-minute recording, we started off and we just want to say, we have a groovy new beat by Small Doodles, a friend of ours.
Also some new album art.
Album? This is an album.
Yeah.
Podcast art.
Track 7. Track 6.
Track 6, my man. Album. Interlude. He made it. It was really appreciated. And yeah, we just want to appreciate all the support everyone's been giving us. It's been really nice.
We've got a whole bunch of, I've had some friends in person come up to me. We've had some messages from
people messaging us saying it's really good, and we really appreciate that.
People you don't expect to.
No.
It's been, it's very nice when your friends come up to you 100%. I appreciate it so much. But when those people that you don't expect to kind of give you that bit of support, you're like, man, that's fucking...
Even people that we expect have been giving us a lot more than we thought. We're just this is really nice.
Our friend Tiger Lily, DJ Tiger Lily.
Oh yeah,
don't know if you've heard of her, up and coming artist.
Yeah,
she
might have her on the podcast later.
she made a post where she mentioned needing to listen to some podcasts or something.
Did she actually?
Yeah, that was what it was. I think so. Maybe I didn't read the post.
I thought it was just a random thing.
No, she mentions podcasts in the post.
Right.
And
our friend Spool Doodles
left
a comment saying you should listen to the Young Crumbs podcast, and she'd like the comment. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. You know how it is,
Tiger Lily, if you're listening.
Yeah.
Just hit us up.
Hit us up.
We might need a new intro beat soon.
Send us a DM, my bro. We'll have you on. We got some good topics.
So before the recording fucked up because
we love all our fans. Continue.
Sorry. Yeah, just thank you all so much for the support. It's been great.
You guys are great.
So
during this 13-minute recording when Mark was muted, we were talking about the UFO sighting that happened. We're turning into a conspiracy podcast.
We're a conspiracy podcast.
We're a conspiracy podcast.
So, in short, the Pentagon, that building in America, released...
with the 5 sides.
With the 5 sides. And maybe 10, because it's got a little space in the middle, doesn't it? Has 5 sides in the inside.
There's like an inside bit. Honestly, not going to lie, I've never been there before.
Why do they call it the donut?
Those idiots. Why a pentagon?
Missed opportunity.
I feel like a hexagon's cooler.
They're not easy angles.
They can't do octagon because UFC have that. Hexagon's pretty cool. Hexagon's cool, like hex. You know what I mean?
Hex. I heard that it's shaped how it is because it's hard to do a terrorist attack on it.
How?
I think it was built. Was it built after 9/11? Maybe not.
No, it was. There was a 9/11 attack. An airplane flew into it.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were like, terrorists can't hurt us, but an airplane can fly into us.
Well, apparently it was
Speaking of conspiracy.
It was designed so it was hard to terrorist penetrate because it's also separate.
I feel like it has
you can't attack one side of the building and get it all.
Yeah, exactly right. Exactly
unless you drop a donut.
Unless you fly an airplane into it, then it'd be pretty nice.
Actually, a nuke could probably do it.
I think a nuke would destroy most things. But we're talking about the UFO sighting.
Yes.
UFO footage got released by the Pentagon. Basically, fighter jets.
I think it was the Navy.
Yeah, well, they have fighter jets. The Navy has the fighter jets. You flew up. Saw this and it was just doing it was doing things that airplanes can't do. It was flying super fast, which they can do, but then it would stop on a dime. It would move unnatural to anything that we know of that a man has built before. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not within our understanding of how planes work.
It's physics.
It's not that.
It's just not that, is it?
It's not that. No. It's apparently heat emitting too, so it gives off.
Doesn't everything emit heat?
It's off a heat signature.
Everything releases heat.
Well, yeah, but it means that it's not just something falling from the sky. I don't know.
Oh yeah, it's not a piece of paper.
It's either man-made or organic somehow, but it's probably not organic.
It's either living or it's got an engine on it.
At least one of those two things.
We've narrowed it down.
So, Pentagon, if you're looking to hire...
Yeah, look, hit us up.
If you've laid off a few...
Michael will walk in and be like, first order of business, let's change this to a hexagon. What do you think? Everyone happy? Yep. add another side to this bitch of a building. Let's do it.
It's pretty easy.
My face.
You had one job.
Oh, shut up, bro. You had it on mute.
Okay, so UFO talk. Yeah. It's over. It's pretty interesting.
Oh, is that it? That's all you want to talk about?
We're just
we did talk about it for 13 minutes, and you were on mute.
What are we up to now? 5?
About 5, yeah.
We've covered everything.
Yeah, so basically, thing came out. Michael, you think... All right, let's just get final thoughts.
Oh, okay.
What do you think it is?
My question... I think it's probably some sort of secret military testing that not even the proper military knows about and can't know about.
I also think it's that as well.
It's probably that. I feel like aliens.
I don't think it's aliens. No. I'd love it to be. That'd be cool. But I think it's probably some kind of top secret military device that they just, maybe it's a drone.
Bro, I can't wait till government restrictions get lifted so I can invite my alien friends over for a gather.
You have alien friends? And you didn't tell me about them?
Nah, look, they're
just friends they're just friends that alienated themselves out of my life. Dab me up.
Hey.
Those fucking pricks.
We should start filming this. There's a lot of visual gags to each other, but we don't.
We might do that later. I feel like that would be a good idea. I would like to film it as well.
Maybe.
That's for future. We've only just started telling people
when we make big bucks to get some makeup artists in. Dust our.
Say what I was thinking.
The UFO thing has got me thinking. What would it take for you to properly think there's an alien threat? Would just a single announcement from the government do? Or would you be like, I still have my doubts? Because, it's all... I feel like we grew up in an information age where, like, all the information's changing just as fast as it comes out. Mm. Do you think you wouldn't be that worried and be like, oh, this will pass, whatever? It's just a fad.
Alien will have to deliver my Uber Eats for me to believe that they are,
Aliens already are. Bloody drones are delivering your Uber Eats soon.
That would be cool. But I don't know. I feel like, so like you were saying, like if an article comes out and they're like, aliens are real, we've already seen that, right?
100 times.
They're already around. Like you could find an alien article by some lunatic and they'll be like, yeah, aliens are real, bro. I swear to God they adopted me. Like, it happens all the time. But I feel like it would have to come from a reliable source, like the Pentagon, like the CIA, FBI. They got to be like, yeah, look, had them for a while. They've been around for a few years. Just didn't tell anyone. Sorry about that.
Do you think is Bill Nye a reliable alien source? Would you trust him, the science guy? Bill Nye,
the science guy, I'd say is a reliable source.
I'd say he's pretty reliable.
I would not believe anything anyone says until Bill Nye goes, yeah, look, they're here. Right? And then I'm like, all right, I believe him.
And Neil deGrasse Tyson release a podcast and they're like, look, yeah, it's true.
Yeah, look, seen him around.
That's fun.
Do you think we're alone in the universe?
No, that's a heavy question. No.
Answer it.
Definitely not.
Yeah, not neither. I think it's dumb. Well, like...
Anyone that... Bit controversial.
Wow, here we go. Here's a hot take.
Anyone that thinks we are alone doesn't...
Stupid.
Doesn't fully understand the vastness of the universe and how unlikely it is.
Yeah.
Like the
it's unlikely to have smart people like us. We're pretty intelligent.
We're highly.
But it's also... There's also heaps. Like, the place is huge, my man. Yeah, we're nothing compared to that.
Think of,
Think of what?
Think of, as big as you can imagine and then times it by a bazillion.
There's more stars in the world. More stars in the universe than there are grains of sands on Earth. That's all you got. That's all the little perspective you got to put in it. Mm. But even if we go to another planet and there's like a bacteria on that planet, that's alien. That's
life.
That's life.
Yeah,
that's life, my bro. I feel like there would be.
I think it would be cool to find out that there's possible life on even planets in our solar system. I think that's a fun idea.
I just think if aliens came to us, we'd be screwed, bro. We're so bad. It's like if they had the technology to travel here,
then they definitely have the technology to destroy us.
Obliterate us, my bro.
I think best case scenario is that aliens are so advanced that they see us as kind of this harmless. It's like us walking past ants. We're this harmless caveman race that they don't really have to worry about, or even don't have to bother destroying because we're a threat. I think that's ideal.
Yeah, that's probably the case. I'd say whenever we start teleporting places,
then they're like, we gotta keep this.
We better assert our dominance. I think
bipedal
a decent theory is the fact that there's a whole bunch of aliens out there communicating, chilling, but they just it's sort of like a nature reserve. They're like, this solar system, don't go in because they're a developing race. Maybe there was some lunatic the other day, a couple of years ago, flew in and started messing around with our fighter jets, and then that's what that footage is.
You know when you go to
Just an idiot.
you know when you go to a national park and there's a fenced off area because it says like a bird nesting area?
That's us.
What if our solar system's the intergalactic equivalent of a bird nesting area?
I definitely think it is.
They're just like, oh, we got some
Just don't go there, bro.
we got some.
They're just like, they're killing their own planet. Just, they might kill you, bro. They're insane.
They're animals.
They're animals.
They're animals. Humans are animals, aren't
Aren't they, Michael?
they? You know, something else I read this week. Well, not read, just have seen around. Elon Musk.
Who's that?
The guy that bloody makes electric
Invented
cars.
electric cars.
Did he invent electricity?
I think he did.
That's him, right?
Yep. Elon Musk Tesla.
Have you seen that Rick and Morty episode where they collaborate? They collaborate with Elon Tusk. It's just Elon Musk.
Have you watched the newest episode on Netflix?
Yes, I have. That is wild,
dude. What the hell? What happened?
I was drunk watching Netflix with some friends from uni in like a Netflix party.
When was this?
And I watched the episode after last Wednesday.
You were hanging out with friends? When there's a 2-week band? A 2-person band?
Online. It's a Chrome extension called Netflix Party, and you can watch a film together.
You got yourself out of that. Yeah. Tell you what, you were about to get reported to the police, my man.
But we were watching that, all having a few drinks, having a laugh, and then I watched Rick and Morty afterwards, and I was so lost.
Dude,
I couldn't believe it.
I know the joke is, oh, you don't get it. But I generally don't get it.
That one was confusing.
That one was weird as hell.
If anyone watches Rick and Morty, you'll know what we're talking about.
Yeah, I won't go into details. So I don't even know how to explain it. Don't worry about it. But if you watch it, you'll be like as confused as we are.
Yeah.
But yeah, speaking of Elon Musk, he came out. He had a child. That's great.
He did.
Positive.
Or is it a small robot? No one really knows.
So he's released the name, right? Yeah. Don't tell me what it is.
Okay.
Because you've got it written here, right?
I've got it written.
And
do you know the pronunciation?
No, I don't. So don't shut your mouth for a second.
So you read.
Shh.
Okay.
I've got it here written. You've got it here written. And I'm going to guess how you pronounce it.
Okay.
So you have the right pronunciation.
I know how to pronounce it.
I'm going to say. So it's a name that like you can't spell out. Like I assume it's not like there's this weird letter here that I don't even know what it means.
Yeah, it has a pronunciation, but it's not.
It's not
how it looks.
No, not even close.
Yeah, it looks like an A and E, but it's not A.
It's like an AE command.
It's not A.
Like silly people would be like A-12.
Yeah,
that's not it.
Incorrect.
So
it's pronounced. The X is just pronounced X.
X.
The AE weird symbol is pronounced Ash.
Okay, Ash.
And the what is it? Something 12.
A-12. A-12.
The A-12 at the end is just pronounced A-12. So it's X-Ash A-12. That's its name.
Can you tell me why?
Luckily, Sean, I can.
Please.
Sounds pretty rehearsed.
Maybe because we did 13 minutes and we had to delete it because you were on mute.
But we're at 14 now, so this is new content.
This is brand new stuff. This is uncharted territory.
Fresh takes with Sean and Michael.
Yeah, so hot takes, you could say.
So the AE, I actually forgot what that means. AE means it's pronounced Ash. It has a meaning, but it's dumb.
So what's the A-12? What's that?
So the A-12 is kind of short for Archangel 12.
What's Archangel?
Which is Elon Musk's favorite plane. So there's a really famous plane called the SR-71.
Yeah, it's the Blackbird.
It's like it's
the fastest plane.
The fastest plane to ever exist or whatever.
Yeah. Mm.
And incredibly quick. Its predecessor, so like in the testing and building phase of the SR-71, the guy that came before it was called the A-12, the Archangel 12. And so I don't know what the fuck X is. It's just X. And then it's X-Ash 8 Archangel 12.
His son is going to have a lifetime of bullying.
100%. You know, for one, Elon Musk, arguably like one of the most intelligent people out there.
Mm.
He's for sure like pretty big fuckwit.
People that are super smart, like he's got some undiagnosed that's dumb as.
That's dumb.
If he's like, I'm naming my son this, I'm gonna slap him because not to make everything about me, but my name's Sean, spelled S-E-A-N, and I have a lifetime of bullying because that's not how you say Sean, is it? It's Cian.
It's Cian.
Michael still pays me out to it every day.
Isn't that a girl's name?
No, it's not. Shut up. Well, it's worse when you go up. See, what I'm thinking is when he goes up and buys coffee What does he say?
He's just Ash.
Can I get a name, please?
He'll go by Ash.
Ash? Oh.
But then if you give
X,
your name,
please.
if you give your child a name, right? What's the point of giving them a name only to then have them called a different name to that name?
Exactly, yeah.
Like, he's probably saying to his wife, we'll just call them Ash growing up.
Yeah.
They won't actually call them X-Ash A-12. So why the fuck would you call them X-Ash A-12 if you're not going to call them X-Ash A-12? Yeah, just call them Ash.
You prick. Sounds a bit of a douchebag thing to do. You're just setting up your life for bullying.
I think it's a bit selfish when celebrities do that.
It's almost like calling your child Michael. God, that must be awful. Why would they do that?
Well, my name's kind of it's spelt a bit retarded.
How is your name spelled retarded?
I'm gonna
your name is the most generic name.
I shouldn't have said retarded.
It's not.
I'm going to cut this out. My name's spelled weirdly.
What are you going to cut out?
Me saying retarded.
Why can't you say that word?
Because I don't want it to be like on a record. If I don't know, a future employee ever listens to this or something.
I don't think that's a bad word.
I think retarded's a bad word.
Well, stop saying it because you have to keep cutting it out. You're making it bad for yourself.
Let's quickly get into this. Is retard...
Stop saying the word.
Bad word.
Stop saying the word.
Is it a bad word?
I don't think it's a bad word. When I say that word, I don't mean that thing. You know what I mean?
Right. But where does it come from?
It's obviously... Now we can't talk about this because we're going to say the word. We're going to say the word.
Well, let's call it A-12. Let's call it X-Ash A-12.
Ooh.
Let's call it... Let's refer to the word as X-Ash A-12.
I'm just confused what's getting cut out in this scenario.
I'll edit around it.
You know what? Let's just go back.
I might just bleep it.
Just bleep it. Just bleep the word. Don't cut it out because then it'll just be
confusing. It's going to have so many bleeps in this section.
Yeah. Beep, beep, beep. That's going to be so funny.
It's like I'm dying in a hospital.
Beep. Yeah. Anyways, Elon Musk, stupid name. You've set your son up for a horrible life, and I hope you're proud of yourself.
Definitely.
You selfish prick.
Yeah. Wow.
It really hits too close to home.
But bro, if you're listening, can I have a car?
Oh, give us a Tesla, you dog.
Teslas are cool cars, aren't they?
He's a smart man. Yeah, Tesla's a really cool car.
Really cool car.
He's a smart dude, 100%. Just not when it comes to naming children.
If he named his... Like, what are the names of a Tesla car?
You got
Model X?
Model X. Maybe this is Model X. His son is Model X. His son is the X model. Is his next son going to be...
Maybe that's what the X is.
Model XI, as in 11? 11.
Are we just getting into Roman numerals?
That is what... Yeah, well, X is 10. Why X? Maybe he's just a big fan of XXX Tentacion.
He's a fan of maths. Yeah, X is a value.
Yeah, algebraic value, yeah.
Algebraic value.
Mm.
It looks like an equation. His name looks like a formula. It's probably a formula to find out if your dad's a fuckwit.
Oh, I'll give you the answer straight away, my bro. Yes. Stop slating him, bro. He could be on a future podcast.
No, okay.
Kiss his ass right now.
No.
Say you love him. Say you love him.
You set your child up for bullying, and
you're a piece of shit.
You're probably horrible. He's probably alright.
No, he's not. Now he's kissing his ass. I agree. I love you, Elon. Don't do this to me, my bro. I do want to drive in a Tesla, but
Have you ever been in one?
I went to the Tesla store in Sydney. And I hopped in because they're in there, but I've never been in one that's driven on the road or anything like that. No.
I almost got bumped into one. I was walking near uni, and one pulled out of the driveway in front of me, and I shouldn't have been looking down at my phone and walking.
You dickhead!
You do sometimes, and a car usually makes noise, but Teslas don't.
They make like a little whiny noise.
It was crawling along. No, but it was crawling along so slowly. It was like silent.
It's because the only thing that makes noise is just the air.
I almost ran into it. It's a bit dangerous.
They can be dangerous when they're when you think about it.
Definitely.
It's just they don't make noise. Now you got to say thank you to all those people that drive past your car really loudly because you're like, hey, thank you for being loud. Because I'm glad I can hear that you're on the road and I won't hit you.
I think it's super helpful that bikes are pretty loud. Because they're hard to see on the road.
Yeah.
But you do hear them a lot.
But people still
people
still run into them.
I get every opportunity I get, I hit a biker.
Oh, for sure. No doubt. I have a baseball bat in my passenger
I just stick it out the window and close it.
Wind down the window.
They zoom past.
Bang! Just hit him across the head. You know what I mean? Get off the bike, you flog. I have spikes that come out the back of my car and I press a button, spikes, pops his tyre. Goes flying. What were you saying? You're looking at the notepad.
We've been talking about Elon Musk for way too long.
Yeah.
We're almost halfway through this episode.
We are almost halfway through. We would have been even further. If your mic wasn't on mute, you piece of shit.
I was thinking today.
Yeah. Sorry, you have a topic?
So
Continue.
today I was writing a text message, and in this text message I said the word "I'm."
Oh God, not this.
I apostrophe.
Not this.
I apostrophe M.
Yep.
And this is a question to the few viewers we have, as well
Millions.
as well as you.
Millions of people that are listening.
So, if a letter's by itself, okay, all right. Better example, the letter I is always capital when
Correct.
it's used in a sentence.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's, my friend and I are going to the shops, that's a capital I in that sentence.
Correct.
Why? Is it because it's a noun?
It's just English, bro. That's just how it works.
But
It's capital I.
there has to be an explanation.
I'm sure there is, but I don't know.
Is it because it's a proper noun? It's like writing my name. It would be with capital
Yes,
M.
I assume that's
You
why.
assume that's right?
Mm.
But then I'm, that's a 2-letter word.
I apostrophe M.
I apostrophe M. Or I've, I apostrophe VE.
Mm.
Is what's...
Why is that capitalized?
Yeah.
It's just,
Is that because it's still a proper...
it's
Is it a
still
noun? Is that what a
utility
proper noun is?
I have no idea.
Or is a proper noun like a...
When you're referring to yourself, it's got to be capitalized. So I'm.
That's why, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
No, that's all good. I honestly don't think that's the answer, but I'm just...
It might be.
That's fine.
If anyone knows, if anyone into English knows...
I wonder if Tiger Lily knows. Do you want to get on the podcast?
Tiger Lily,
we'll ask her
hit
next
us up,
week when she's
please.
on there. So. A better topic is
Go
my
on.
Subway hacks. I've been talking
Okay.
about.
Last week we talked about Subway for a little bit.
Did we? Was it last week? Or was
It
it the week
was.
before?
It was last week. You asked.
So last week I was talking
maybe
about...
not.
It was a few... One of the episodes.
One of.
I was talking about how when you go to Subway...
Yep.
Do you order everything straight away? Do you go, I want a foot on this, cheese, toast,
Hit him with all the information at once.
straight away?
Yep.
Or do you go one by one? Can I just get like a foot long? And they're like, what do you like? Can I get this on it? They're like, would you like that toasted? And you say, yes, please.
Any cheese?
Cheddar, thanks. Simple
Yeah.
stuff. So you said you hit them all at once.
I usually do up until the salads, and then I hit them. I hit them with the salads all at once.
Oh, so do I. I do like this,
Yeah.
this. Yeah. I do the opposite. I do one by one. I say, can I get a foot long this? Just to make it easier.
Yeah.
But I'd like to know if anyone that works at Subway, what do they prefer? What's the correct way to order it? Now, you're at Subway. You want to get the bang for your buck.
Is this a hat coming up?
This is a hat coming
Okay.
up. Bang for your buck. So you've ordered so you got the foot long, you've got like your meat on it, cheese, they've toasted it, whatever. You get to the vegetables, right? They've got their hand in the lettuce. I saw this on TikTok, so if you saw it as well, then whatever. They've got their hand in the lettuce, ready for you to say, yeah, can I get lettuce, this and this? Because everyone gets lettuce on their sandwich. Are you serious? You say, I don't want lettuce. I'm good, thanks. Can I just get tomato and cucumber or something? So now, lettuce usually fills up the sandwich a lot, right?
Yep.
So now they've got to add extra of the other stuff to make it just as full.
Plump. You want a plump Subway sandwich.
It's got to be nice and round. So
Yeah.
they pop it in, do the thing. And you go, hang on a sec, sorry. I actually will have some lettuce, please. So then now they have to go back and shove more lettuce in there. And now you've just got more vegetables for the same price of some other idiot that's just gone, yeah, can I get lettuce and this and this? So what I'm saying is don't say you want lettuce straight away. Ask for it last, and you'll get more. You get more stuff, more bang for your buck, In these trying times, everyone needs as much stuff they can get from their dollar. And you're welcome. There you go.
I don't know what I expected when we got into this conversation, but
I would like to see if anyone actually did
a simple
know.
how to get more lettuce on your Subway sandwich wasn't it?
It's not lettuce, it's anything, it's vegetables. Then I was thinking, could you apply this to like meat?
I was thinking that as you told me that. Could you could you hit them up later?
Later. That would confuse the shit out of them.
If you okay, wait, what about this? You approach the Subway, you say, hey mate, can I go to a chicken classic?
G'day, bruh.
Or say, maybe not a chicken classic, maybe a salami or something. Something that's small because they can put more on. You say,
Ham.
can I have a teriyaki chicken or whatever, ham even? And be like, but I'm not going to have salads on it. Because then he's like, oh, my boy, he's.
But then it comes back to, do you order everything at once? Because now you're saying something that's way down the line. They might not be ready for that. They might throw in all the meat, cheese, toast it, and they're like, oh, sorry, you said you didn't want lettuce. I mean, you didn't want any.
You tell them right off the bat.
But what if they forget?
You remind them.
You dickhead.
No,
I told you not to put any of that on there.
If they forget, you speak to the manager.
Can I speak to your manager, please? I think that's good. I also think you could be like, I don't want any meat. I just want vegetables things. So you go, can I get lettuce, tomato, cucumber? And then you go, hang on a sec. Actually, do you mind if I just get like some schnitzel on that? If that's cool.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, that should be fun.
Yeah.
And then you got to shove it in there. And the next thing you know, you've got a big sandwich for like $11. You got to think about this stuff.
Yeah.
Huh?
I think they should reverse. Line up at the other end.
Go the reverse.
Hey, bro, can you run up there and grab me a bread roll?
Yeah. What if you're just like, I just want the bread, thanks.
And then as they say, oh, this end, you just say, oh no, I'm just getting salads. And then as they're doing salads, you slowly creep along the bench, making your way towards the meats. You make them put on the salads last.
Keep eyeing off that schnitzel and like, you know what? That schnitzel was pretty tasty.
You're like,
actually get some.
Sorry, mate, I've changed my mind. Can I actually get some schnitzel?
What if they say no? They're just like, no.
Like, sorry, mate, we do the meat first.
Here's an even better idea. You go through the whole process with no meat on your sandwich. Lettuce, tomato, sauce, cheese, toasted, whatever. They've wrapped it up. You've paid for it. Then you go, actually, I have to put some schnitzel on that next. Like, you've already paid for it. Yeah, no, but like, I haven't left. Can you just throw some schnitzel on there, my bro?
It's almost too much effort on their end to, sell that back through, to put it back through the transaction.
Yeah.
To add schnitzel individually just for the
When I used to work at a fast food restaurant, that's sometimes people like, they'd be like, can I get this? And you're like, did you want that in a meal? So you get, a drink and some chips.
Yeah.
And they're like, nah, I just want the burger, for example. Like, cool, no worries, put it through. Then they get it and they're like, where's my chips and drink? You're like, you said you didn't want one. And then I look like a dickhead. And then I get in trouble, and then they're like, just give him some chips. So you just give him chips.
Yeah.
That's fucking assholes.
You just keep them happy. My brother
It's just such an annoyance. Yeah.
My oldest brother once.
Eldest.
Eldest.
Which one?
Eldest.
Top one?
Top one. Very top one. Top dog.
Top dog.
Top dog.
Big man.
Yeah. We were once out at a family function.
That's nice.
And we were all a bit drunk, the brothers.
You dirty boy.
And we stopped at Macca's on the way home as a family. Quick family feed at Mackie D's.
Get a family box.
And he straight up we all got our food. We had all eaten it. He just gets up, goes straight back to the counter and says, sorry, we didn't get this meal. Just straight up.
Really?
It wasn't even a busy restaurant. It was like 2 a.m.
Did they actually not get that meal? Did you actually?
No, we got everything.
Oh.
We got everything. And they knew it too. But it was 2 a.m. We were the only ones there. They were 100% certain we didn't get this. And my oldest brother's just like, look, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, but we didn't get it. We ain't we just realized we'd finished eating and we're like, oh wait, where's this?
Where's my nuggies, bro?
And they're just like, oh, we're pretty sure we gave it to you. And he's like, look, we didn't get it.
I know it's in my stomach, bro.
And just to get just to get rid of him, they were like, all right, we'll give you another meal.
Wow.
And then we didn't even eat it all.
Wow.
How disrespectful is
that? Just annoying people in customer service like your brother.
Yeah, my brother sucks, man.
What a dick.
Hate that guy.
I want to talk about my uncle. So he went, I'm not sure where he went, but he went somewhere to buy shoes.
Yeah.
So he bought one pair of shoes, wrong size.
Okay.
Went back to the same place, bought the same pair of shoes, the right size. So we had 2 pairs of shoes.
Right.
Went back to return the original pair that they were wrong size, and they said, too late, must have been past 2 weeks or whatever. Sorry about that, bruh. So he said, that's a shame. Went back home, brought his new pair, like this new pair that he just bought, that he knew he could return, brought them back and said, can I return these? And they said, yep, cool. Here's the money. Sweet. The shoes that were the size below were the ones in the box, and they didn't check.
Ooh, that's sneaky.
So he bought like a size 10 and 11 shoe. He put the size 10 shoe into the size 11 box because he knew we could return those because he only just bought those recently.
Yeah.
Gave it to him and they said, yep, cool, no worries. Thanks for that. Here's the money. Those idiots never even checked.
I mean, now there's someone at that store trying on some shoes.
Yeah, and they're like,
I'm normally
size 11. Why isn't this coming in?
Can I grab a size 11, please?
Here you go, mate.
But,
bro, I'd love to see their faces when they're like,
I'm a size 12.
Like they look at like the ticket or whatever, or like, you know how under the under the shoe and stuff, it'll like inside the shoe it says like what size it is.
Yeah.
They like flip it up and it says 10. They're like, that son of a bitch. If he ever walks into that store ever again, they'll be like, you, give me those shoes. And you're like,
you know,
fuck you.
Every now and again, there's a certain type of customer that really leaves an impression on your workplace.
Yeah, you're like, that was a good job.
You'll be like,
smash that.
It was funny.
Good for him.
Recently, you tried to return some shoes.
Yep.
So I bought you a pair of shoes.
I don't want to talk about this.
Me and some other people bought you a pair of shoes.
It was my 21st, like a few months ago, and they bought me these pair of shoes that I wanted, and they were great. And they were I'm normally a size 10. Size 10 didn't fit me, so I slipped my foot in a few times, like just because they were a gift. I haven't tried them on yet.
Yep. Put
my foot in, didn't really fit. They were really tight, and I was like, all right, I'll have to return these. Got the receipt, got the box, shoes in the box, brought Michael with me because I was bored. Went to the particular place, and she pulled them out, and sure, there was a bit of fluff on them. And she said, no, I'm not returning these.
Bit of sock fluff.
Bit of sock fluff that apparently you can't get rid of.
Yeah.
Went home.
Like, these are dirty.
Yep. What a fucking bitch.
Yeah.
And it was JD Sports, because I'm going to name them. I was furious. I wasn't angry at the time, but then like I got home and I was like, are you serious?
Actually, fuck that. Yeah.
I was like, they were a gift.
It was a little bit dumb.
I have to try them on because they're a gift.
And you wore them once.
Bitch.
You just had fluffy socks. You can't help that.
But then I went to a different store.
And they returned them.
Yeah. Had the receipt. Because you can return to different stores. Like, you're allowed to do that.
Yeah. So I went to a different
store,
JD Sports store?
Different JD Sports store. They were clean. Like, I made sure. And I was like, I just want to grab a new size. I don't want to return them. I just want to grab a bigger size. So I'm like, I got the receipt here. Is this cool? And they said, yeah, it's cool. And they gave me the pair. I was like, fuck you, man.
Tell what I miss.
What?
When you're a little kid and you go shoe shopping with your mum.
Yep.
And your mum's like, give these a little test run.
Get for a
run.
run.
You get to, unapologetically do a little bit of a hop, skip, and a jump throughout the athlete's foot store.
You don't do that anymore?
Not really, because I'm an adult.
Yeah, but
you get a little feel for them. Maybe a tiny jog on the spot.
Oh, you stand up at least.
You're not full. You're not doing.
You stand up, surely.
Yeah, no, you 100% stand up. Yeah. Man, these shoes are real comfortable sitting. But not.
Thank God. I'll take them off every time I go to stand up.
But when I stand, my feet hurt. What's with that?
Bit weird, isn't it?
It's a bit weird. Nah, but when you're a kid, you do little jogs.
No, I never did that.
You do a proper run.
I never. No.
You never did that?
Nope.
You didn't
I went for a run.
You never ran as a kid?
I went for I walked. But usually it's just like, if they're comfortable walking, they're going to be sweet running. You know?
Yeah.
It's like when you buy a nice pair of Dunlop volleys. Go for a bit of a run in them. I remember I rocked up to school with fresh Dunlop volleys, and that wasn't the trend. Clean shoes. What are you, a peasant?
Full white leather Dunlops?
No. They were like,
volleys. My bad.
Volleys.
The tennis shoes.
They're like, tennis shoes. Yeah. And like,
they're a classic.
I remember getting dirt and rubbing it into my shoes to make it dirty because it was not cool to have clean shoes.
Yeah, bro. I don't want to look rich. I don't want to look snobby.
Now it's just different. Now it's like, if my shoes get a little dirt on it, I cry.
You're at it with your toothbrush.
Yeah, I cry.
Get the Colgate triple action.
What?
Got to break down this dirt.
You use toothpaste to clean your shoes?
No, I don't.
That's weird.
I don't clean my shoes ever.
I always clean my shoes.
I've never cleaned my shoes.
What happened to your volleys? I mean, not volleys. Your Converses that you brought on holidays with you?
Okay. So,
are they in the bin or something?
I think they're downstairs. I tried to get the dirt out. So
you do wash your shoes?
Well, because they were covered in mud from a Japanese rice field. So Sean and I... I
think we talked about this story.
We went out one night in Japan, and I was drunk, and the boys were drunk. Anyway, Sean and I, we were having a little bit of a tussle, and Sean ended up chasing me around, and I was...
Are you going to explain why?
I was evading him. No, I'm going to skip over that part.
Yeah, because you were in the wrong.
I wasn't in the wrong. It was just a bit of fun.
Yeah,
anyway, I ended up running through a rice field, like a wet rice field.
Like it was mud.
It was mud.
And we were in the snow at this point, so everything was just...
It was pitch black.
It was either icy or just water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brand new white Converses.
Michael just got a pair of
really nice shoes.
Yeah.
And I completely ruined them on the first night that I properly wore them out.
Yeah. I had those shoes there on. I had Air Force Ones.
Nike Air Force Ones.
And they're leather. So like I had mud all over my shoes, similar with you. As soon as I got back to that where we were staying, I ran them under a tap. Like I just because they were brand new shoes. I really liked them. I really wanted to. And there's no mud on those anymore. Like you can't tell.
They look fine.
But the reason yours were screwed was because your like Converses are like cotton and stuff. Like it just absorbs.
It's a fabric, so
it's a fabric, so it just absorbs it.
That, and also I didn't wash them as soon as I was drunk, so I just passed out, left my shoes there to dry.
I just sobered up after that moment. I was like, these shoes need to be clean.
I was having time of my life that night.
But Converse, like I remember when we bought those shoes, we're going away. I was with you. We're about to go away. I wanted to get new shoes, and so did you. And you were like, "What do I get?" And I was like, "Get Converses because they're great shoes. Like they're comfy.
They are.
They're stylish. You can wear them with everything. Like white shoes just.
I got the high top Converses.
Did you get high top ones? They're nice. You got high top ones, I think. I thought you got low top, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, no.
We haven't seen them in a while.
Maybe I haven't worn them since.
Well, I had a pair of Converses and I lost them, and I'm really upset because they were dirty. Like I've worn them out and stuff, but they were really good. Like I took them to the gym. I'd like, you know, like if I had to do work with dad or something, I'd have them on. Like they're just easy shoes to just wear whatever. Like if I just need them, you just wear them. I think owning shoes, is similar to owning a phone, where like your shoes get dirty, but the moment you kind of break them in, you don't give a fuck about them. You're like, oh, I'll walk through 2 rice fields. Yeah. You know, with these white Converses. I feel like it just depends though, because like the shoes, the Nike Air Force Ones, I only wear them out for stylish, you know, like for like if I'm just going to like someone's house or whatever. But like if I'm like doing some exercise or something, that's when I wear like I got a pair of shoes. I think everyone has a pair of shoes that are just dirty, and you just leave them dirty.
Yeah, they're your dirty shoes.
They're just your dirty shoes.
They're your white.
You get stuff done in those shoes.
You do.
It's time to get. You need some work done. Put these shoes on. Shoe time. It's Converse time, even though I don't have them anymore.
What if it's work inside? You can't bring muddy shoes in the house, mate.
Mine aren't muddy because I didn't run through a rice field. You idiot. You dumbass.
Back to the owning a pair of shoes is kind of like owning a phone, where like after a while you stop giving a fuck about it. When I first buy a phone, I'm so careful with it. Like your phone is the biggest piece of shit I've ever seen. That's because I've dropped it about 1 billion times because I stopped caring about it.
I go to the toilet in the morning, dump, my shit.
Where's this
Look
going?
in the toilet and I'm like, there's Michael's phone. I'm like, why'd you leave my phone in the oh no, wait, that's just shit because it looks the same.
Wow. This is getting personal.
Fuck you.
So you recently dropped your phone.
I dropped my phone today.
How cut are you?
And I was like, I looked at it straight away and I was like, sweet, no damage.
Yeah.
Cool. And then I picked it up later to like message someone and there it is. Just a big crack on my phone that I didn't notice before. And I'm devastated because I've cracked my phone. Out of all the phones I've owned, I've probably broken them about 3 times. Each, like not each, like all up, I've broken a screen about 3 times. And each time I've done it, straight away I get it repaired. Because I just hate it. I hate having a cracked screen.
But it cracked, what is yours? iPhone 11? 10?
10S.
How expensive is it to get them fixed?
See, I don't know. I haven't looked up. Because I only did it this morning.
Right.
But like my last phone that I had, I cracked the screen after a soccer game.
Yep.
I straight away went to like our local screen repair and I was like, can you fix this? $90.
He's like, bro, I do windscreens.
Oh, my bad. I called O'Brien. Yeah, mate, here it is. That's a phone. Yeah. Can you just throw some glass on it?
Don't
Isn't
you have
your whole thing?
that suction cup chip remover?
It's not a chip, it's a crack. Yeah, and then it was $90. He kind of stuffed it up a bit, but it was fine. It was $90.
Pretty cheap.
$90 is cheap as fuck for a screen repair.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one, I don't know. This one I did it this morning. It's honestly not that noticeable. I think I'm just going to leave it. It's not that bad.
When you did it, you were like, "Oh, bro, I just cracked my screen." And
Shut up.
And you took a screenshot.
No, I didn't.
And you sent it to me.
I was thinking of doing that. I was genuinely going to take a screenshot as a joke and be like, "Bro, I just cracked my screen, check it out." Eh?
And I looked at the screenshot and I was like, "Wow, that's fucked," because my screen's also broken.
Your screen, so like Michael's phone is like cracked.
You can see,
but like on the back,
underneath.
you can see like the motherboard within it. He's just cracked it that many times.
You can see the screws holding down the components on the front
so
face.
Messed up.
Still works.
But like I was actually gonna bring this up. I need your thought process because like my mind, I'm like every time I look at it, I'm like so annoying. Whereas yours is literally a piece of shit, and you don't care. Like, how do you get to that point? How do I get to the point of I don't care about my phone?
Sometimes I'll pick up a friend's phone who doesn't have a cracked screen, and I pick it up and I'm like,
this is boring.
This is what it's like.
What a boring world.
Yeah. You don't like to live on the edge.
To be fair, your screen isn't that cracked. Like it's got a crack down the bottom, but it's not like. Do you remember in high school where people would have?
Fucked. Oh, yeah.
Their screen cracked, and it's literally you can't read the time because it's just
I think
it's just shattered.
I think screen crack technology's come a long way in a few
Oh
years.
yeah,
It doesn't shatter like it used to.
it's just a crack.
You get a few.
I've dropped my
cracks up.
phone
You
heaps of
you get a few cracks up through it, but it
Mm.
doesn't become. It's not
shattered.
It's not like thick glass that's been shattered into a billion pieces
Yeah,
anymore.
no, it definitely doesn't. Unless you've
do that anymore.
unless you just pegged it onto the floor.
Yeah.
I lost one of my schoolies.
Yep.
There was like an island party that we all went to.
Well, the whole thing was on an island.
No, it wasn't. Technically,
Where did we go? Plantation.
Technically, everyone on this planet is on an island. If you really think about it.
Australia's an island.
Really, that's nice. Anyways, back to what I was saying.
We're living an island party right now.
Shut up, you idiot. So it's an island party. It's literally just a sandbar. Like they just take you out on a boat, sandbar, and like yeah, it's and everyone just chills in the water. And
I prefer chocolate bars, but yeah.
Oh, dude, shut up! You're ruining this story.
Sand's not a very good. It's not very tasty.
Michael during our break was like, I'm just not on my game, hey. I'm just not cracking many jokes today, hey. Is this your attempt to be funny? Just horrible puns. Horrible puns.
I never attempt to be funny, I just am.
That's debatable. Genuinely. I think on our Instagram we'll put up like a poll and be like, is Michael funny? Yes, no. We'll look at the details. That'd be so funny.
So you're on a sandbar.
Are you done? So
I'm trying to get us back on topic.
So you are done?
Yes, I'm done. Done with your shit.
So I was fuck you. So we're at a sandbar. Anyway, everyone's just, I think there was like a bar set up there so people can buy drinks. Like they just, like a little pop-up one. I, stupidly enough, brought out, everyone brings like a backpack with like their, t-shirt and like a towel or whatever. Brought a backpack out with my phone in it. Tide comes in. Everyone's bag gets soaked. Like everyone's does. But everyone's like, yeah, I left my phone back in the room. I didn't. Left it in my fucking bag. And it got soaked and it got ruined. And I remember, which is pretty funny, I took it when I got back. So I didn't have a phone like for half of schoolies. Got back from schoolies, went to Apple and was like, hey, I think my phone's a bit wet, bro.
Hey, I'm pretty sure I had that schoolies insurance.
Can you do anything for me, bro?
Yeah.
So he like plugged it into charge and it overheated and he went to touch it and went, oh fuck, like it burnt him because it was that hot. Yeah, it was crazy. But it was funny because it worked when I had it. Like I had it and it was working like straight away.
Right.
But like you could see the water like
under
the screen.
Wow.
Stupidly enough, I was like, yeah, it'll be right. I should have just turned it off then and then left it off.
Yeah, no, the best thing, if you drop your phone in water, you turn it off straight away to let it all dry out when it's off, and then you try to turn it back on.
Yep. But I'm stupid, I didn't do that.
Did you know the thing where you put it in rice?
Yep.
I thought it was just a joke.
No, it's for reals.
I thought it was a joke about Asians coming to fix your phone in the night if you leave it in rice.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
And for so long, everyone would always be like, just put it in rice and the rice draws out the
shut
moisture.
up!
It draws out the moisture.
It's not funny.
I'm not Asian.
Dude, this is serious.
I'm not offended
Shut
by it.
up.
But I was always like, you guys are idiots. That's clearly just a joke
for
that
real,
you're not intelligent enough to understand.
Ooh.
Big ups.
Big show. They were just trying to help you out. And you're like, you guys aren't smart enough. Fuck you guys.
This is a pretty funny joke that Asians are coming.
Yeah, I didn't think that was funny. We had you had a party here once, and a friend of ours, my ex-girlfriend, she dropped her phone. Do you remember she dropped it in? It was like an alcohol, like tequila or something.
Oh,
and we put it overnight in a rice bowl, and it worked.
Yeah.
So there's an example. And she left her alarm on, so it started going off at 6:30 in the morning, and it was in a rice bowl.
All her ringtones turned to maracas, though.
This is a slug. This is such a fight to get through this episode. I'm so over you. We would have been done now if your fucking microphone wasn't on mute.
Why do you act like you want to be done?
Because of these horrible puns.
Don't you enjoy this conversation?
No.
This is such a chore. We're 6 episodes in, and this is the biggest fucking chore of our lives.
I hate Mondays because I have to do this stupid podcast. No, so we're talking about breaking phones. Guru Mondays. I want to talk about tattoo removals.
Okay.
There's a YouTuber I watch, not regularly, but every now and then. He had a full sleeve, like a full sleeve.
Full.
He got it done in Bali.
Right.
Probably not the best place to do it. No offense to people who live in Bali, but genuinely wouldn't. Yeah.
I know some people that get tattoos exclusively in Bali because for the same price as getting a tattoo in Sydney, there's some good artists in Bali. Like some of them are pretty good,
Really?
But for the same price of getting them in Sydney, they can fly to Bali, pay for like resort accommodation, get the full tattoo.
Yep.
Like just chill out by the pool at the night time, drink a few beers, have a nice relaxing holiday, fly back to Sydney for the same price.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So
I didn't know that.
This guy I know is completely covered. He's
getting a full sleeve is expensive.
Basically head to toe in like
tats.
In tats. He just flies to Bali each time.
Look cool?
Because it's the same price as getting them in Sydney. They do look pretty cool.
Has he got neck tattoos?
No, it travels up his neck a little bit.
He's got face?
Creeps up. No, never.
Any face?
No.
That's boring, isn't it?
He probably should.
Face would be cool.
No way.
But yeah, so this YouTuber, he got a full sleeve.
Yep.
And it was pretty interesting because when he got home, he showed footage of like him freaking out because he didn't like it.
Right.
Like he just didn't like it. To be fair, it didn't really look very good. Like it looks like a sleeve, but like there wasn't any color in it. It didn't look very nice.
Yeah.
And yeah, he didn't. So he just did like a little video on the removal process.
Right.
So he shows his sleeve afterwards. Yep. It's been a year of like, so they do like these little, like, have you seen how they do it?
Yeah.
They like laser it off, like a little taser. Like,
do you know how it works?
No.
So tattoos, basically, like the reason the ink stays there is because the pigment in the ink, like the proper minerals in there, can't get broken down by your body.
Ooh,
your red blood cells can't attack it.
Yep.
So the ink stays there.
Yep.
And when they're lasering it, they're lasering through your skin and breaking apart those minerals into chunks that your body can process and get rid of through your liver.
Yeah. So whole thing got lasered. Yep. And it's a year later, and you can still see parts, like there's like bits on his like forearm and stuff that are still there, but like the majority of it's gone. And I just thought it was really interesting
it's crazy
how far it's come. Because like back in like 70s or 80s, if you want to get your tattoo removed,
couldn't.
Too bad, bro.
Yeah. Even now, there's a popular, the saying is you have it for life. So be careful what you choose, but.
Nowadays, it looks painful.
These days,
it looks painful. It's painful.
It's kind of gotten to the point where it's just an expensive mistake.
You do have
you can get rid of it. Yeah.
You can get rid of it. But yeah, it was interesting to me because I was thinking like a year later, surely it's all gone, right? Like a year later, tattoos all gone. It wasn't.
It's a lot. You have to do lots of sessions. And
lots of sessions. It's like a year of like sessions, and it's still not gone. Eventually, it will be.
It's very painful too.
Yeah. Yeah, it was interesting because it's like. Gives you another aspect because you're like, I've thought about getting tattoos. I'm sure you have as well. I think everyone has, to be honest.
You don't have any except for the one on your lower back, right?
No, arse cheek.
Okay, my bad.
That's a joke. I don't have any tattoos. Mike's just being a prick.
Have you ever I know you said ages ago you were kind of interested in a three-quarters sleeve
or a half sleeve
Which half, bottom or top?
Top.
Imagine just from your elbow down, completely covered.
I have a friend who's done that.
It's very common, isn't it?
He wants to get a full tattoo, so it's like he's done half, and he's going to do some later.
Is this a mutual friend of ours?
No, you wouldn't know him.
Okay.
He's
goes to a different school.
He doesn't have Facebook.
Okay.
He just got he's got these cool tattoos on his forearm, nothing upwards. He says he's going to get it later, but it's just like sort of like a start. He's a security guard, so like he'd probably want to.
Tattoos are a prerequisite.
Not a prerequisite, but like they're pretty common in that thing. But yeah, people do that. But yeah, I was interested in doing a half. I was never at the point of making an appointment, but it was just sort of like, oh yeah, that'd look pretty cool. And it was pretty, I think we mentioned before on a podcast, we went to a 21st and we went as security guards.
We did.
It was festival themed, so we were going to be like funny and be like, oh, we're going to be the security guards and stuff at a festival. Yeah. And we got fake tattoo sleeves from like
slip-on sleeves.
Yeah, from like a party store.
Yeah.
And I still wear it every now and then. It's fun.
You just look in the mirror.
I do. I wear it around. I wear it like around my family, and then generally they're like, it actually doesn't look that bad. It actually looks good.
I thought it suited us, both of us.
Yeah, I think it does.
Yeah.
It honestly suits a lot of people, but I think the big thing is if I was like secure in a job, like if I had like heaps of savings and I was like pretty set for life, I'd probably get one. But it's just to worry about jobs, and like people do care about if you have tattoos or not.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I got managers at my work, they don't work there anymore, who have a full sleeve, but they wear a long sleeve like shirt all the time.
Yeah.
And it's like, I couldn't do that. I'd get way too hot.
It's just the image. You look a bit thuggish. My mum always says you look like a thug if you have tattoos.
That's the point.
Yeah. That night that we went as security guards to that party, I sent a photo to my mum of me with the sleeve, with only a little bit of it in the photo. And I said, I don't want...
Hadn't told his mum about what he's wearing at all.
No. So she's completely oblivious to the idea. Probably doesn't even know I'm going to a party.
No.
And I said to her, I was like,
okay?
Hey...
You don't have a very strong relationship with your mum, do you?
I just want to be closer with my parents, man.
Yeah.
And I sent her a photo saying, hey, because you're away, I wanted to tell you now so you have time to process it, whatever. I got a sleeve with a little bit of it showing in the photo. And she rang me crying, in tears, crying. And
and we were all around Michael. We thought it'd be a bit of a funny joke. And then he immediately phone call gets, and then she's in tears, and then I'm like, all right, Michael, like, say it's a joke. And he's like, he just kept going. He kept going. Oh, no. Oh, mum, like, it's cool. Like, it'll be fine. Like, it's only half. Like, he just kept digging a hole. I'm like, Michael, your mum's in tears. Just stop it now. And then he finally was like, oh, it's just a joke. And then she's like, oh, Michael, don't do that, you cheeky little devil. But it was...
I wish I stopped it too.
She's like, I always knew you were a failure. Mum, it's fake. Oopsies. Yeah. Nah. I don't know. Tattoos are just...
That was funny.
I have a friend who's got a tattoo. I think I have two friends that have tattoos on the inside of their finger, just here.
Yeah. I would get a little tattoo like that because it will rub away.
Why don't we get YC, Young Crumbs, on the inside of our middle finger?
Maybe inside of your lip. I would get a tattoo on the inside of my lip because no one will ever see it.
That's so painful. Why would you do that to yourself?
Because no one will ever see it.
I think if I was ever going to get a sleeve, I don't know if you've ever seen this, but like people do professional fake tattoos. Like they like, not like, but like they'll put it on you. Like it's not one of those ones where you get like a sponge and they just put it on. Like it's professional.
It lasts for a few weeks.
Lasts for like a week or two. I'd get that before I get a tattoo.
To see if you like it.
If I wear it for like a week and then afterwards I'm like, oh, I don't really like this anymore. Then I would.
Definitely.
Then I would. But like, yeah. I would be curious to like even just get a temporary one like that, like I was saying. I'd be like, yeah, try it on. If I'm like, oh.
Do you think if you got a tattoo and you didn't like it so much, you would actually take the steps to remove it?
Yeah, probably.
Or do you think you'd just be like, oh, whatever, it's a shit tattoo?
Nah, I'd get it removed.
You get it removed?
I'd get it removed.
Depends how bad it was.
Yeah.
If it's my name in a love heart with an arrow through it.
Keep that going.
Keep that until this podcast ends, then you're like...
Well, even... like tattoos they have to be re-inked.
Yeah,
they have to be re-inked.
It's not uncommon for tattoos to be touched up.
Yeah, they've got to be touched up like
especially coloured ones because
like
colour fades really well.
Yeah, so
really well. It's really good at fading.
Colour's so good at fading, my man. But yeah, it's like it's a commitment. Like you got to go back. You got to keep getting it, re-inked and redone. And it's like I don't know if I want to do that.
Yeah, that's a lot.
It would look cool.
It's an expensive commitment, a tattoo.
But you look pretty cool though.
I've noticed very popular. We know someone that got this done, like the single needle tattoos, the super fine detail, kind of like little things. So they just use a single needle on the gun, and the result is like a very fine line.
Yeah,
but it's so fine that it will usually fade or disappear within.
Really?
They don't last that long. It'll maybe last like
who do we know that did this?
5-10 years. Mate's girlfriend.
Is it here?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know that was a
that's a single needle one, and like looks really cool, and it's very kind of cute and small, but they don't last very long. But
that's a decent idea.
It's a very common trend.
If you were to get a tattoo, would you get? So some people get like little individual ones, so like big, like on their arms or whatever. Yeah. Each sort of meaning one. Or would you get just like a full artwork or sleeve or whatever down your arm, or would you sort of like get individual? It would be small ones? Kind of patchwork style individual ones. I just bumped my mic. That's okay.
It would be small patchwork style individual ones, and then maybe
actually combine them all.
Probably not.
Stop bumping your mic.
Sorry if that's loud. Yeah. Small individual patchwork style ones, and then maybe fill in the space, but probably not.
Probably not. Okay. Because we have a friend who's got like a few here and
a few
and they look pretty cool.
They do look cool.
But I think I'd just sort of bite the bullet and get one full. You know what I mean?
The only place I can imagine myself having a tattoo is my forearm. but for professional career reasons, it's kind of one of the
Any
worst.
teachers with tattoos you've seen before?
Public schools, sometimes. We had teachers with tattoos at our school, but they had to cover them.
Who?
Sometimes their sleeve would come a bit high and you'd see it.
Who had sleeves?
Mr. Dia.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
it was
I
a
think he
snake.
did. Yeah. That's what it is. It's just like, I'd love to have one, but if you go to a job and they're like, you have a full sleeve,
Yep.
you've got to cover that at all times. And it's like, it's just annoying, isn't it? Having to wear like long sleeve and button up t-shirts that cover it all the time.
In every industry, there's always kind of presentation standards that you need
But not
to meet.
always. There's some
It depends.
places,
It does depend.
that are lenient and they don't care.
With teaching, like, you know, a Catholic school, say, like,
Yeah,
they're pretty-
Catholic school's pretty tough.
it's usually like public, Catholic, or
Private,
They're kind of the big three in at least Sydney, like
Australia.
Australia areas. Catholic schools will be like, you can't dye your hair a wacky color.
What have you done?
One of our teachers for the world's greatest shave in high school got a mohawk. Do you remember?
No.
It was Mr. Brody.
Oh, did he?
He got
Did he have to shave it
he
off?
got a mohawk for his world's greatest shave,
Hmm.
and he rocked it for one day before the principal came and said to him, "You need to get it trimmed back to something more professional."
Yeah,
It's like the gag and the joke is over. Even though he did it for charity,
yeah.
the gag's over. You need to now look presentable.
Even
It's
with
just like, why? Like, it's not affecting anyone's learning.
no,
It's a
not.
bit of fun.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Well, even with
And that was at a Catholic school.
our school that we went to in Year 12, towards the end of the year we have gender bender.
Yep.
So like we all swapped uniforms with girls, so we'd wear dresses and stuff.
Yep.
So we got to wear it in the morning, first and second period, but then I wanted to wear it all day because it was comfy as,
It would be fun.
and it was funny.
Yeah.
But our school wanted presentation, and they told everyone has to change by, I think it was end of recess or something.
Yeah,
So
it's
I walked
basically-
into third period, and my teacher's like, "You have to go get changed." I was like, "What are you talking about? Like
Yeah.
everyone's wearing it," and they told all the boys to go put your take your dresses
uniform
off. And it's just sort of
It's
like,
bizarre.
it's like, why? It's just funny. It's our last,
Yeah.
it's like our last week. It's fun
Yeah.
and it's comfy. And they're like, "No, go get changed right now." And it was just like, it's like, why? It's
I
not
find
affecting anyone's
as
learning.
much as I like to think I'm that person that's like, appearance doesn't really matter. It's more about how you carry yourself as a person. I will look at people that like go to a job interview and I'm like, really? Like, you're not.
why are you wearing that?
Why
But I guess that's
Why
different.
you dress so casually? You're trying to make a good
That's
impression.
a job interview, because it's like a job interview, you're basing their opinion on what they're wearing, right? But if you
Yes.
know someone, like if someone's at work and you've known them for 2 years and they get a full sleeve tattoo, is that going to change your opinion on them? No. It's like, oh,
No.
yeah, I know who you are,
No,
and you're a great
definitely
worker, and you're whatever.
Mm.
You know, it's a tattoo won't mean shit. But yeah, it's that first impression, I guess.
I had
know
a
what you're saying.
family member have to take out their spacer earring.
Mm.
They had like a little, the ones that make gaps in your ear, like a little hole. in
Oh,
your ear.
yeah.
So they had one, and they went to a kind of fancy job interview, and they wanted to offer him the job, and they're like, "Just one last thing, you got to take your earring out. You have to take it out." We were like, that's part of the job, and he was like, "All right, yeah, that's fine, fair enough."
Yeah.
Um,
Why would he get in the
didn't
first
have a
place?
problem with it.
They look dumb. For real.
He might listen to this.
Did he?
Yeah,
Oh, that's just my opinion. Can't change it. I don't like them. Do you like them?
the holes in the ear.
Yeah.
I don't mind
Yeah.
them. I don't mind them as long as they're small.
Ever thought about getting an ear piercing? Nose piercing?
Yeah, I wanted to get an eyebrow when I was younger because I thought it looked edgy and cool.
That's kind of cool.
No,
I'm trying to think of you with an
Now
eyebrow.
I
That'd
think
be alright.
Now I think it would just look a bit trashy.
Yeah. Maybe.
Not to say anyone with an eyebrow piercing is. looks
Wow,
trashy.
dude. I know so many people that listen to this with an eye. Nah, I've thought about getting my ear pierced. Even recently, I'm like, oh, that'd be kind of cool. But like, the thing with the ear piercing, if you put it in and you're like, I don't really like it, you just take it out and it'll just grow back. It'll close up.
That hole will close up.
Yeah.
I wouldn't get my lobe done. I don't think guys with ear pierced lobes look that good,
Really?
in my opinion.
I've seen a few
Some people
that
rock
look
it.
alright.
We have some friends that rock it quite well,
Yeah.
but
I thought like
I
a
would
ring.
probably get
nose
cartilage.
piercing.
I wouldn't mind a stud through the center of my nose.
Like a bull.
Yeah, but not a ring. I don't want a ring, like a small stud that kind of comes around.
Oh,
This
that look
one.
awful. Don't do that.
Why?
I feel like that's stupid. Man. If you go like we got a friend recently who just got his nose piercing.
Who?
Oh,
Just another name for me to bleep out.
I didn't say the name.
What's it start with?
A.
Oh, no. Yes, I know who you're talking
Yeah,
about.
you know who you're talking about. But it looks really good.
It does. It really suits him.
It suits him really well. And I'm like, oh, damn. Would I?
It makes you
Would I?
wonder.
It's like, what if I just, what if I just went and did it? But I don't know. I'd have to be pretty committed because I guess it would hurt for a bit. But yeah, I don't know. It's just like,
apparently it's just the initial thing that hurts, and then afterwards.
Yeah. I'm sure it's just like a 2-second pain, but it's just like, don't want to put myself through it if it's something that I don't really want.
I think the first person to do piercings was probably a bit
of a weirdo.
Weirdo, eh?
They're coming more mainstream now. I think in the past, if like guys having ear piercing, obviously it was just a bit like, what are you doing, bro? But nowadays it's a bit like, oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. I genuinely thought it would be a bit of a funny joke to get my nipple pierced. I thought it'd be like look, I have a nipple pierced.
Yeah.
I just thought it'd be kind of funny.
Did you do it?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
What are your thoughts? If you saw a guy with a nipple piercing, would you be like, oh, that's weird?
No, that is weird. I think it's pretty weird.
It's weird. What about girls with nipple piercings? What are your thoughts?
Cool. I like them.
Hot?
Yeah.
Sexy?
Mm-hmm.
What about one nipple piercing?
That's so weird. One or the other. If you're there, just do it.
I don't know.
You agree with me?
Yeah, may as well. They got through one. They were like, it's too painful. I can't do the other one. I think that's...
I saw something on Reddit the other day. It was pretty funny. It was like how my mum found out I have my nipples pierced, and it was an X-ray. She obviously got an X-ray for some reason of her body, and it was just like, obviously it sees through your skin, so it's like cool. Yeah. And then there's just these two metal like rods that are like on either like side of her lungs, and it's like, and they're just so white, they're so obvious, and it's like obviously that's a nipple piercing, and it's like, oh well, shit. Everyone knows, but yeah, it was funny.
I think it's surprisingly common. I think a fair few girls have their nipples pierced.
That's kind of weird that you know that.
I don't really have a reply to that. I don't know, maybe. I've met a few.
It's just funny because it's like, if a guy's nipple pierced, it's like, yeah, you see guys' nipples, they have their shirts on.
That's fine, but you don't see girls' nipples.
You don't see girls' nipples. But the fact that you were just like, I know heaps of girls have their nipples.
No, like, I don't.
It's like, Michael, how many things are you seeing, my man?
I'm not seeing them. It just comes up.
How does it come up? You ask.
Hey, bro, you want to play? Sorry, hey, girl, you want to play 20 questions? All right, question 1. Are your nips pierced?
It's like that, it's like a meme going around where, I think it was on TikTok, but everyone's sort of seen it. Maybe, I don't know if you've seen it. It was like, guy, hey, you want to play 21 questions? And the guy was like, okay, I'll start. What's your favorite food? Cocoa Pops. Are you a virgin?
Just jump straight.
It's like Cocoa Pops, Kool-Aid, Gatorade. Are you a virgin?
A few episodes we're talking about Bumble a little bit.
Oh yeah, speaking of Bumble, you're telling your Bumble matches about this podcast.
Well, no, I would add.
I hope they're hearing this.
I would follow
if any of you have matched Michael on Bumble, I need to let you know a few things. 1, his hair color's whack. 2, he's seen a lot of girls' nipples, which is kind of strange.
No, I haven't. What are you doing?
No, I haven't.
No, I haven't. But, yes, I have.
Sweet. No. I swear. Speaking of, what were you saying?
No, so, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, conversation. You know how you were just like, 20 questions. It's like, are you a virgin? Apparently, I've been talking to a few, and you start talking about Bumble itself. You're like, how's this app going for you? How's it going for you? Mm. And I'll sometimes I'll be like, what's the biggest mistake guys make straight off the bat? And they'll be like,
asking this question.
Being too, bitch. And they'll be like, hands down, the only answer I've ever gotten from them is being too aggressively sexual straight away. So really? If there's anyone out there,
but I feel like that works sometimes for some people.
Tame it down. I think it's.
I feel like sometimes just putting your point across, like, look, I'm here for this. If you're down, you're down. If you're not, you're not. I'm out.
The way I see it is that it's the type of, when you're out on it, you're on a night out, and you always have that mate that seems to get a hookup every single night.
That's you,
right? That's not me.
Yes, it is.
It's not.
Wasn't that one time you were at a particular club, and how many times?
You're just making shit up.
Okay, totally, Michael.
You're the worst. You just hated me in such a bad way.
No, I'm just kidding. Michael.
So,
it's cool.
You have that friend, or you have those friends that always seem to be hooking up with girls, and you get the feeling it might be because they're willing to strike out.
It's just
20 times before they land one on their head. They're not going for like...
They're not asking one girl, hey, and they're like, no, and he's like, oh, damn. Yeah. He's asking about 20. And one of them will be like, yeah, all right. And he's like, yeah, look at these guys.
But it seems like they're always hooking up.
Because don't tell anyone about
that. That sort of approach might work, but you're going to strike out more, I reckon.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, but at least get your point across, kind of thing.
Definitely.
I'm sure there's girls out there that are like, yeah, I like it when they're forward. Yeah, it works.
Yeah.
And it's like,
if you know what you want, that's
if you know what you
probably a
want,
plus.
if you're after, if you're comfortable, that works. You know?
Whatever.
Mm.
All right. I think we should wrap it up here.
I think we should wrap it up here.
It's been an hour and a bit.
Yeah, it'll be an hour and a bit. Probably will get cut down because of all your nonsense.
There's a lot
swearing.
of silence in this episode.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit. Yeah, that'll have to be good. I think if you're going to edit it,
yeah.
Sometimes leave the pauses in because they're funny for dramatic effect.
all the dead silences after my shitty jokes.
You fucking idiot. Yeah, so that was episode 6. Coming out weekly.
This has been the Young Cramps podcast.
Are you going to shout out Instagram twice like you did last episode? Go ahead, do it twice.
This has been the Young Cramps podcast. We'd like to thank you all for listening.
Thank you to everyone giving us their thoughts and their nice comments. Follow our Instagram, _young_crumbs_podcast.
That's it.
And yeah, that's it, right?
Yeah, what's your Instagram?
Sean_wool99.
Mine's MOB_Y_Dick. That's like Moby Dick. And
MOB_Y_Richard.
Big shout out to Spool Doodles, our new artwork.
Our artwork and jingles.
Great. And our
jingle.
jingle, Spool Doodles. That's
Spool,
you can look it up.
SPOOLDODDLES.
That is correct.
So Spool is SPOOL and then just doodles.
Yeah.
No spaces or underscore.
He's on Instagram. He's got some cool art. Also, shout out Tiger Lily because
Tiger Lily. We'll see you next episode.
Hit us up.
Episode 7 going to drop with Tiger Lily as a guest. Can't wait.
Thanks for listening.
See ya.